Hello, 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 and welcome back to 4 Power 2 Balance, a Sins of a Solar Empire 2 tournament, Reinforcements Have Arrived edition. Currently, this is game number 2 of our grand finals in round number 3, with Dad FPS and the Dial-Up Kid, also known as DDK, going up against SOMA. DDK is currently up 1 game in this best of 3, so let's see if SOMA can take us to game number 3, or if DDK can finish it here and now. For Team DDK, or excuse me, do I have my map set up wrong? Oh, no, I do not. For Team DDK, we have Davey here playing as Vasari Alliance, and we have Koi playing as Advent Reborn. Yes, it's Advent Reborn? Yes. For Soma, we have Avaz playing as Tech Primacy, and Math playing as Advent Wrath. Same as last game, basically. But what's different from last game is that we are on high stakes. A very interesting map that we don't really see a lot in competitive play. And with that, let's get right into the game. The only difference in faction seems to be Avaz. Whoop. Excuse me there, folks. Sins has been a little bit touchy recently. Okay, we have some really weird stuff going on. The only difference in factions is that Avaz has switched to Primacy instead of Enclave, as High Stakes is less of a defensive map compared to Hammerfall. Starting with the Sova Carrier is a very interesting pick, starting with mass production as well. Okay, we're going to talk about this in a second, because I would like to give that some highlights. But for the rest of our starts, we have a Progenitor Mothership here from Math, presumably trying to greed really hard. We have the Evacuator here from Davey. Yeah, I mean, we all expected that. And for Koi, we have Space Triangle, the Rapture. So very normal starts here from DDK, but two very strange starts from Soma, as the Sova Carrier is it's a very, very strange start, because the Soma is a good ship, don't get me wrong. However, it does not have sheer firepower. Especially with this first pick of ability being mass production. It might have been a misclick, but it could also not be. As most of the time when you take the Sova, you get the deploy missile battery, so you can get a missile battery and essentially augment your DPS with abilities rather than just sheer guns. As the Sova, compared to something like the Cole battleship, it only has a few autocannons and some point defense. And of course it has its bomber and fighter wings, but those are not in enough number. Avaz going here for 4-1, just greeting really hard. I mean, makes sense. You're starting with a greedy start. Koi going 1-1, Davey going 1-1, and Math going 4-0. If I could click on the research. So a more balanced start from DDK here, but a very greedy start by Soma, and we'll have to see if that pays off. Now, a lot more derelict loot here for Soma than it seems for DDK, balancing out how it was last match, where Soma had no derelict loot whatsoever. We'll see how that plays out. Will Koi be able to get those triple level 6 Raptors like he did last game? Well, let's see. Yeah, this Sova getting chased off, not doing a lot of damage. Also getting Mobile Corvette Factory. Okay, so this was not a mix clip by Avaz here, getting mass production and Mobile Corvette. But seemingly, he's going to try and just Corvette his way into this game. Building a lot of Shrikens, which are okay against this kind of fleet, but as you can see, they're kind of getting torn up due to all the due to all the flagships. Excuse me. Have you seen which one, which side? Yeah, they're trying to figure out the they're trying to figure out the orientation of players here. Very, very aggressive push here by Avaz. I mean, these oceanic planets are very good, and there are a lot of them. High Stakes seems to be a very oceanic map on this layout, but it's just a lot. You know, it takes a lot of research to get to an oceanic planet, at least for Terran. Or Tech, rather, not Terran. Yeah, you need to be in civilian too. And this Sova is taking a lot of damage.
Civilian research tier complete. Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
We'll have to see how this plays out here, folks.
Military research complete.
Boy, out at my side.
We're taking direct hits now.
Yep, yeah, this it's taking hull damage on what should be clearing NPCs. I'm pretty sure Avaz here is just trying to target down these siege ships. I mean, there's only 3 of them. And using stuff like armor patch kits and building extra shurikens. Just take them down, colonize, and get the hell out of there as quickly as possible. One of them goes down here, and he's probably going to start focus firing the next one. Let's see what all the rest of our players are doing. Okay, they know what's going on. At least DDK knows what's going on with Aves. Koi, going for that 4-1. Classic Advent stuff. Davey, Vasari triple cap, Vasari triple cap. Going for the Destroyer this time. Well, okay. Davey going a very strange Vasari triple cap. Going 2 Evacuators into a Devastator. Which is weird, but I like to see it. I very much like Devastator's ship. And Math not researching anything, even though he has a bunch of money. Spend your money, man. Spend your money. It's important.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Okay, Rapture just jumping out, claiming more worlds. Be how it be. And I think we're about to have a front line here very, very shortly. Yeah, this carrier getting chased off. I mean, it is level 3 already, which is pretty good. But, Corvette tech doesn't really get good until Military 4, when you can actually start building Stillats. As they are actually good at taking out cruisers instead of just frigates and corvettes. In terms of minor factions of this map, nothing crazy. The Aluxians don't seem like much of a problem. And Aves trying to backcap a little bit here. That makes sense. Get all your worlds up that you can. Although leaving without actually no, excuse me. I was about to say leaving without colonizing the planet is a little strange. He did colonize this planet. He's upgrading it. And so that early oceanic grab might just pay out. The Progenitor Mothership here. Oh, the Progenitor Mothership taking a bunch of damage here for Math. In the same position, basically, of Aves. Both of them trying to rush down this oceanic planet. And instead of going for the siege ships, going for these Harka heavy cruisers, excuse me. Which, I mean, is an option. It's going to delay your expand by a lot. But getting rid of them will allow you to build orbital structures, I suppose. And this Progenitor should be able to deal with all these little light ships by itself, especially when now getting up to level 3. Popping Psi region and sealed region. Yeah, okay, so it's going to get out here without getting crippled, but very, very risky place here by Math. We'll see if this gamble for the fast expand pays off. I really like the attack animations on these Advent ships. These weird space shapes just blowing things up.
Hostility research complete.
Let's see what everyone else is doing. Aves, you know, backcapping, colonizing. We got some culture going here. Up, shields down again. Is this thing gonna actually take some damage? For realsy this time?
We're without armor.
Oh. It's probably gonna be fine. I mean, it still has 1,000 HP to work with, and the rest of the fleet has basically been dealt with. Yeah. And these disciples coming in. Yep.
Research complete.
I'll have to see what Davey does here with these with this weird cap ship triple stack. As, again, most of the time you usually go for your mid-range cap, which is the evacuator, which you start with. A DPS cap like a destroyer, like this guy, or a devastator, and then a support cap like a marauder or a carrier. But
structure complete.
It seems that we're just going to egg.
Complete.
And then our front line. So we're having 2 mid-range ships, which do have more damage than their support counterparts, I suppose. And then just our front line main DPS. Okay, Math successfully being able to colonize this planet, but his Progenitor is still super low. You can see the ship isn't really meant for frontline combat.
Planet lockdown complete.
Ah, it's just fighting some AI.
Research complete. Civilian structure complete.
Yep, a pretty slow start here to high stakes, even though it's classified as a little bit more aggressive. Not as aggressive as something like Scrambler with 2 jumps away from each homeworld. It is, how many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. About 3 jumps away from line of contact.
Are sieging our planet.
Remember to stay hydrated, folks. I have lost my voice one too many times while casting to make that mistake again. A little bit of an expedition out here for this derelict loot. Ah, they're in a... The reason I'm reading this weird is because of the magnetic interference. We usually don't see most of these like plasma fields actually come into... Or these antimatter fountains or magnetic clouds and whatnot take... actually have relevance to games, except on maps like Hammerfall and High Stakes, because, you know, they're not really played. Compared to stuff like Scrambler and Transstaff. I wonder if there's a connection there. Maybe players just really don't like these gravity well effects, making running away or attacking extremely hard. Personally, I like playing around them a little bit, as magnetic interference just makes you slow and makes your antimatter and abilities more less effective, which does favor sub-capital ships. But I guess let people like playing how they like to play and don't really want to change how they do that. Davey going into level tech level 4 here. Everyone, mostly everyone, coming into 4-4 here. Besides Aves, who is sticking at 4-1, getting into orbital commerce. Has he gotten... Okay, he needs to get modular architecture here. And he's probably going to just start trading like a maniac. How's the SOVA doing? The SOVA is, well, it's doing. Building a bunch of corvettes. Still would love to see some Stillots here. But I suppose the Shurikens can mostly take care of all these light ships. Yeah, this thing's going to be taking a beating. Although it's going to be... Is this going to get to hit level 6? It will hit level 6 if it can survive. I mean, these Javelises and Harkas are just absolutely going to town on it, man. Oy, oy. Yeah, I mean, it does have a lot of point defense. It has, what, 9 point defense autocannons, but versus this many missiles. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a great time, folks. It's going to be jumping out. Jumping out to where, though?
Base jump on my mark.
Okay, it's jumping out to neutral territory. So it probably won't get blown up here. Very neat minor faction.
Complete and online.
That is incredibly strange. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, we have an engagement here. Davey pushing into Math's new colonized ocean world. Just jumping in here. The disabled vessel's responding, but Math wisely pulling back after having the subspace rupture just dropped on them. That's an AoE ability that the egg can cast. For those of you unaware, just deals a lot of little ship damage. But when you have this many ships in an area, and when you have 2 eggs, it can really start to add up. Math here going for the engage after Davey pulled out to the edge of the gravity well. This level 2 egg is taking a lot of damage here. I'm not sure if this is the ship you want to target down. I would probably target down this level 3, but I guess trying to take some damage here and bloody Davy's nose just a smidge with any capital ship loss would be a big win. Also, sound effects. They really boosted the base on those. These disciples really running around. It's for the moment. It's just not a great plan, as disciples can't shoot backwards. All of their medium laser only points forward here. Getting chased down by these heavy fighters. Oh, these heavy fighters also getting chased down by the progenitor.
Military research tier complete.
Seems we're at basically what is a standstill here between Davy and Math. I mean, the fleet count looks much better here for Math than it does Davy, but again, Davy has the higher quality ships, but choosing to jump out of there to stop that engagement. Let's see how the SOVA is doing. It's prepared.
Our fleet is under attack.
And it's trying to get back to friendly territory. It's just, this is a lot of time lost. Especially, what even is the SOVA's level 6? I do not remember. Trying to get up to rapid manufacturing, which is just launch a bajillion strike craft. Which is good. I love strike craft. I love me a good carrier swarm. But they're just not that great in the current meta, as Javelises are the primo anti-ship option due to their incredibly high pierce. Right. Math chasing after Davy here into the radiation storm, which gives you a lot of ship's kill experience, it would seem. Yeah. Just a lot of ship kill experience in the rad storm. Chasing out Davy's ships here. preventing the taking of the derelict loot, which I don't know if is correct here, because the progenitor isn't here. You could probably just fight this. I mean, 46 disciples is scary, but it's not that scary, especially when you can farm up that extra XP in the system. Although retreating out back here might not be the worst idea, just back to the jump zone, and then trying to take out some of these disciples. This Devastator should not be the one jumping out first, as it can shoot backwards. You should be focusing on getting the eggs out and then having the Devastator kind of clean up. But math jumping in here. So the dream of farming these ships in the higher XP zone is not going to be possible. We have a bajillion scouts coming out here from Aves. Davey jumping back into his fortified position with a bunch of Gauss defense platforms and a few pulse defenses. Aves now re-cleaning up some of his homeworlds
Civilian research complete.
that he's
Military
taken.
research complete. Shields are down.
Yeah, I really don't understand the Sova Star. I get that you can build a bunch of light corvettes everywhere, but why do you want to do that?
Civilian structure.
Why not just
complete.
start off with something like a Marzo or a Cole and just build a bunch of your own corvettes elsewhere? Okay, it seems that we have, it seems that we have Koi with a carrier built after that Rapture. Do any of our other of our players have another capital ship? No. Oh, okay. So Koi is capture spamming again. He did this the last game. He's doing it this one. He already has a Rapture. He now has a Halcyon carrier, and he's also going for a progenitor. Davy's not doing that. He's just sticking on the 3-star and funneling all his extra exotics towards Koi. Now this Cordial Devastator jumping out. It does have jam weapons and it does have power surge. You don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that. This thing needs to leave. Or at least it needs to engage these disciples while the progenitor is tied up taking the derelict loot. While it can get some actual DPS in. Well, I mean, you're going to lose some light ships, but you can get that. You can farm that precious XP. Subspace Rupture launching out here. Is there going to be with the gravity warhead increasing its damage, almost doubling it, I believe. No, doubling it. Yeah, these disciples trying to kite, but they should be chased down here, as again XP matters, and every disciple they kill really does matter. As you can see, that those levels coming in pretty quick here in this radiation storm. Although I really don't like to see that all of these light frigates just getting chased around. Just have them stand and fight, as most of your army is in your cap ships here. Whereas it's the other way around for math, where all of the army is in the disciples, not in the cap ships. Gravity bomb plus subspace ruptures might catch out some of these ships unawares, not able to jump. Yeah, and they're going to be cleaned up, easy peasy. So a decisively good engagement here from Davy, but most of the fleet for math does manage to get away. Okay. The main jump in by Koi has occurred here, and it seems like he's going to be wiping out a bunch of Math's fleet, or a bunch of Avez's fleet. Do we see what happened to that? Okay, the Rapture's still around. It was not lost. The Halcyon carrier, alongside all of these neutrals, cleaning up all these light frigates, as the Sova was pushed out during the little bit of combat. Yeah, just being crippled, mostly because it was so low, not because of the overwhelming sheer damage that these Tempests were able to put off. And this is a really bad. This is really bad here from Aves, as a lot of his manufacturing capacity is being tied up at this one world. So if he loses it, his ability to rebuild these fleets is going to be very, very crippled. On the other hand, these Tempests are falling rather quickly, as while Tempests do have pretty high DPS, I mean they have 10 DPS, Cobalts have 11. And that's, I don't know about you folks, but I've heard that 10 is bigger than 11. What Tempests lack in DPS, they make up for with sheer flexibility and maneuverability. As they can chase, they can flee, and they can always just keep fighting. Strikecraft coming in here, starting to take out these light frigates and some of these corvettes. And because the presence of this Halcyon carrier with its bajillion Strikecraft squadrons, it will eventually be able to wipe out this planet, unless that Sova comes back somehow. Oh, the Sova is back somehow. Somehow the Sova returned. It's still crippled. Yeah, and this ball of light frigates, the only thing that's keeping Aves on this world, is slowly running out, as these factories are not doing too hot, with the progenitor and the Halcyon now being present. Is this ship ever gonna finish regenerating? Ever? It seems to be stuck here. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Probably taking a little bit of chip damage from some wayward missiles. Pausing the regen. Yeah, and these factories slowly being chopped down. It's not a good look here for the light frigates. But these Tempests also being killed. Yeah, there was a strike craft that was targeting this thing, and it caused all of it to stop working. Math jumping in after Davy here, because where is Davy running to? Davy going for a colonization push. Meanwhile, while Math is pushing directly into Davy's fortified position, again with all of his, in his second turn of events, with all of his manufacturing capability. The Halcyon carrier taking a bunch of damage here from what? From all, okay, being targeted by these Cobalts. And the LRMs from the AI. The Sova still just faffing about. But being, is about to be chased out of the system. How are we doing here on this front? Not much. Just mostly killing assemblers so they can't build static defenses.
Research complete.
And this position will fall unless Davy chooses to jump back, which he is. I don't know how much that will help, though. Rapture coming in here. Level 5 Rapture here from Koi. That is good. It's still not anywhere close to level 6, but the fact that it is level 5 is very scary. Aves, just look at this light frigate fleet just get hammered here by Tempest missiles and beams and whatnot. Like, yeah, you're going to be doing damage, but it's also going to be coming at a great cost. A level 1 Marza coming in from Aves, doing a decent little bit of damage, and forcing Koi to take a retreat, which is very unexpected here. Honestly, these LRMs are doing a lot of work here, just randomly targeting onto those capital ships, probably through target prioritization of the AI, and doing a bunch of damage. We have a battle here between Davy and Math, where Math just decides, you know, I mean, that's fair enough. A bunch of capital ships run to your door. You've already done some damage. Just jump the hell out of there, and you will be A-okay. Koi regrouping all of his ships here.
Of this item makes us stronger.
And going up into level 3 hostility, getting that 8 research points. What's everyone else up to? Davy at 8-8. Excuse me, I didn't even notice that with all this combat going on. Rushing interracial districts.
Item online.
Are we getting Cornium or anything? No, we just got interracial districts as quickly as possible. Strange upgrade. As there are more important things to be going into, such as catalyzed atomic sorting. But Math going to 4-8 makes sense. Trying to get Illuminators and Vigiluses. Yep, the Vigilus is already coming in line. Aves regrouping his fleet. Finally getting this Sova back up to working order. And he's on 4-4, which is behind most other people, but he does have 6 straight cap, which is quite good. It's quite good here. Davy jumping into Math and doing a little bit of a chase here into a fortified position here by Math, which is very good. I mean, just having those those laser turrets. Actually, they're beam defense platforms going to town. It's going to help out with this defense a lot. I mean, let's look at the fleet cap here. So it's about 100 fleet supply more from Davy. A little bit more if you consider the quality of the ships, as a lot of that fleet cap is being taken up by capitals.
Military research complete.
But these defensive Gauss turrets and beam defense platforms will be able to do a lot of work here, especially the fact that there's more factories here, allowing Math to rapidly reinforce. Boom. Okay, sound effects. Big ones. Now, one of the main problems here with Davy's, with Math's fleet that I'm just noticing is he doesn't have a lot of gimbaled mounts. I mean, the medium lasers on the Disciples are good, but they're not really good against the Dispensers, which is what suppose these Vigiluses are for. And they are being constructed. However, there's not a lot of them at the moment, and these Defensers will go down to the Vigiluses. That's kind of what they're built for, but can he get enough of them out in time? As look at this Vigilus just being swarmed down by all of these Defensers right here. Let's take a look at the other side of the map. Let's see what's going on. Stand still. Okay, let's get back into the action. There are bullets. There are bullets everywhere. That's all I can tell you at the moment. Davy's big egg being focused down by all this anti-capital ship static defense. For reference, a Gauss platform has about a third of DPS as a level 1 cap ship. And crippling this level 4 evacuator here from Davy. This is big news, as if he can get this kill, that's a third of Davy's dribble cap start going down, which is really, really big here for Visaris. That's what they anchor with their whole fleet around. And it's gone. Yeah, this double egg start is not something I'm a big fan of. Now, targeting down the Devastator.
Item ready.
The correct pick here, as it's the thing with the second most DPS. Or just trying to go for some picks. Mostly just targeting anything at the moment, it would seem. This Progenitor just hanging back. Giving all that shield regen, giving that extra unity. And soon, once hitting level 6, we're going to be able to rebirth a lot of the units. Humongous capship fleet coming out here from Koi. Let's see how many capships Koi is at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus Christ. A Progenitor for greed. 2 Progenitors for... Actually, no, not for greed. Both of these are for shield regeneration. The Carrier for a bunch of Strikecraft. Rapture for spellcasting. And both of these Revelations for stuns. Really good stuff here by Koi. Ooh, interesting play here by Aves. Sticking at 4-4 with 2 capships, which is, I mean, fair enough. Sova and the Mars is a pretty good combo, as the Mars can just carry on its own, and the Sova... Well, the Sova exists. But choosing to go for Gauss here, rather than LRMs. LRMs are the most overpowered unit in this patch. Bar none. They just do a lot of damage. They just kill you. So going Gauss here, instead of just going into level 3 military, grabbing those LRMs, is a very interesting choice. Although I do say I like it, because personally I love the Gauss. I love the Gauss frigates. They're a lot of fun. And they look really cool. Yeah, look at that MP. Aves finally clearing up some NPCs. Same thing here with Math. Just sending out a small hit squad, clearing out these NPCs that they rushed around. Davey licking his wounds back at base, building up some more defensive structures, both for free and for influence. Marauder coming to join this triple cap. So now we have something. Now we have something that looks a little more like the classic triple cap start. It only took us losing an egg, but you have your front line, your mid range, and your support.
Civilian structure.
Take another sip of water here, folks.
You opted out of bidding.
Excuse me. All right. All of our players here at a standstill. Is anyone going for anything crazy? I would love to see a Titan at some point. Koi also coming in here for vigilances. Getting better shielding, which I quite like. Shield surge capacitor would be fun. But I would love to see... What we haven't seen in these matches really is a sub-capital. I would love to see the sub-capital ships. Or the dreadnoughts, or whatever they're called. The ships that also cost Quarnium but aren't Titans. Going 8-8 here by Davey. I really like that. Still, getting that catalyzed atomic sorting up. Are we getting exotic? Okay, exotic refinement and antimatter reactors is not being researched yet, but I would like to see that as well. Coercive control is fantastic. They're just giving you so much influence, allowing you to just get exotic vault access. Whoop. Excuse me?
Complete.
Oh, the pirates have arrived. That makes sense. Whoop, little engagement here. Literally nothing happened while I was looking. It was just, we pop in, we shoot each other a little bit, we pop out. Little probing attack, which I don't like. I don't like probing attacks. Either you need to go or you don't. I mean, the fleet count here is 760 versus around the same amount, with the defender's advantage going towards Aves on those 2 repair bays, plus some static defense, plus some factories. And so I would, you should never half-ass things in a sense. Either you commit to something or you don't. There are situations where you don't follow this rule, of course. Exceptions prove the rule, after all. But if you go for an attack, you need to attack. You can't just half-ass it and halfway when you're taking some damage, just try to pull out. If you're making an attack, you should know in the first place that you're gonna win.
Empire research complete.
But that's not always possible, so I guess that's what these players are going for. The neutrals protecting a planet here from the pirate. Oh, actually, no, they're not. Excuse me. I thought these neutrals would protect this planet from the pirates, but Davey having some troubles here. Also going for some heavy cruisers, some oppressors here, which is a very interesting pick. Getting shield burst up himself, as well as battle crew coordination, a very important research here. I'm surprised no one has taken this Ferris planet. I mean, especially our admit player. As Ferris, I believe, is pretty easy for them to take. I mean, it's easy to take from Vasari as they start on one. But yeah, Ferris, they could easily take it. Which is a little strange. Whoop, we have a rollout here by Math. about to jump into JV's worlds as Davy's gone to deal with these pirates. Ooh hoo hoo. Oh ho ho. A little bit of a sneaky breaky attack. Lining up for that formation jump. Good play here by Math.
Mining upgrade complete.
Are we going to jump? I guess he's waiting for more ships to leave. I mean, your scout tells you what's going on. You should know.
Harmony research complete.
Maybe they're waiting for the cap ships to jump? Oh, also Illuminator's reinforcing. Very, very good here from Math. Yep, getting higher calling. Very good upgrades. Yeah, Vigilus and Illuminator seem to be the mainstay of this fleet comp. Ooh, ships coming back. Yeah, so Math jumping in.
Your influence
Davy
is
notices an event
undeniable.
and almost immediately pulls back. Level 6 Progenitor here is going to be very, very helpful for this fleet as it's able to just give you free fleet cap with that rebirth. But most likely not yet at the moment. Now, we'll have to see if Math commits here. Because if this is just a hit and run, I like it. You know, you pop in, you do some damage, that's all you committed to. After you see the capitals arrive, you leave. You leave immediately. But it could also just be a full-on attack, given the fact that Math... Okay, no, Math choosing to do a hit and run. I like that a lot. As he recognizes that he's pulling Davy out of position here. And is forcing a weird engagement. Okay. I was about to question Avis's... No, I'm questioning Avis's sanity here. Avis, you do not have truce among rogues here. You can't just jump your Marza and your Sova into the pirate system. Okay, never mind. You now do have truce among rogues. That was a very weird interaction. For those of you who did not catch what that was, Tech Primacy has a research called Truce Among Rogues that allows them to... Ooh, Progenitor taking a few licks here. That allows them to basically form a permanent peace with the pirates. But he only had like 95% research. So when these two ships jump in, they get blasted by the full might of the pirate base, which can kill a Titan. Like, absolutely kill a Titan. Ava's now going for 8-8 after so long. Getting addictive consumerism and interstellar commerce. That's really, really good here. Having 12 trade. Definitely getting ahead in the economy game. Both players just kind of chilling out. And Avis is going to go for a rollout here. Building up a con for that extra attack speed on the Gauss ships. Now, the Gauss ships really do need that extra attack speed. They do a lot of damage. Well, they do a lot of pierce. They have slightly less DPS than a Cobalt, as we can see here. Cobalt has 12 DPS and 200 pierce, whereas the Gauss has 6 DPS and 600 pierce. That 600 pierce matters a ton. It really is what makes the ship.
Research complete.
But we have this little flanking fleet over here from Aves. Just taking out Davy's oceanic planet while Davy is split apart, forcing Davy to make a very tough decision here. And Davy's tough decision is to jump directly into Math. Now, is Math prepared for this? Well, he's sending out a few scout ships. Those scout ships will soon will have to get out of here as fast as advently possible, I guess. Are the Advent considered human? I'm pretty sure they're just psionic humans, right? They're not like a brand new species. They're just psionic. Whoa. Zoom levels, gang. Okay. Coming in here, directly on top of all this static defense, getting the Zulsarax and the light frigates targeted by these Illuminators is kind of strange. However, moving all of your... Math electing to move all of his structures into a more friendly position for this fight. Progenitor staying in the middle of all of this. Massive subspace rush grid goes down. This is going to be doing a lot of damage if these ships don't move, and they seem to be not moving. We're at around 23 Illuminators. That's going to drop really quick. We're about 30 Oppressors. That's also going to drop really quick as these Illuminators chew through them. What is Davy targeting? Davy
has engaged the enemy.
Davy is targeting just all the Illuminators. All the Illuminators all of the time. Math, on the other hand, targeting all of the Oppressors all of the time. So it's a battle of, does heavy cruisers beat anti-heavy cruisers? Which I'm pretty sure the answer is anti-heavy cruisers win. The Exoria popping off a lot of shield regen. This thing looks like a damn fireball. Jesus Christ. Yeah, getting Math getting here fed by Aves, just in this deadlock of a fight. What are fleet counts? What are we looking at? Ooh, Davy had almost double the supply But again, home field advantage, Temple of Renewal. It's doing a ton. It's doing a ton. Being able to recharge antimatter, recharging shields in 3 seconds. Yep, recharging shields. Math being forced out here, however, not wanting to lose too much of his army. He's down to 6 Illuminators. Oof, out of that 26 he started with. That's not good here. Davey completely just pushing him out. But he's recommitted. He's trying to take down some more ships to let this progenitor get out, which I do like.
Harmony research complete.
Although he's going to lose a bunch of Vigilises for this. And these Vigilises are not good into these heavy cruisers. These heavy cruisers have a durability of what? 420. Haha. And these things only have 100 years. Yeah, Math going, what the fuck? How are you not dead? Simply, skill issue. There are 3 Marauders. There are 4 capital ships and a bunch of heavy cruisers here. With almost double your fleet cap. You're going to get wrecked. It's just not something you can contend with. The Luxian's actually taking this Ferris planet, which is very silly after no one has taken it for the longest time. Avis's world getting jumped on by Koi after it's rotated around a little bit. Yep. Davey, Math retreating, Davey chasing. Math trying to set up some defensive positions and new factories. These are probably going to get shot at big time. Yeah, and these Guardians and Illuminators. These aren't cheap ships. Guardians, Iconis Guardians are expensive. Illuminators are expensive. Vigilises are expensive. Same thing with the level 6 mothership. It needs to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. As while it can regen a bunch of its shields, it can't do that forever.
Phase jump visualized.
Yeah, Math not having the greatest of times here. Jumping backwards. Managing to keep its shields up. Taking a little bit of armor damage from those phase missiles. At 8-8, trying to go for refined frameworks and whatnot, but I think you should stop research here. I think you just need to, essentially, pour all of your money into fleet. Now, Aves coming to reinforce. Davey chasing this progenitor. The question is, will Math make it to Davey in time? As all this static structure here from Math has survived, Davey electing to just chase his fleet, which is the correct move here. Oh, look at all that damage that just came in from those missile ships. Doing a little bit of a revive.
Shields offline. We're defenseless.
Oh, crippled? Yeah, being crippled right before jump.
Go on. We're crippled.
Hitting in, Aves approaching.
We are
Now,
entertaining
the question is,
offers.
does Davey stay here or does he get out? Okay, Davey's getting out. Instead of just doing more damage to this cap ship, everything besides the defensors, and now the defensors are getting out. Yeah, Aves feeding Math huge. Oh, that's humongous. Look how much money that is. That's from all those trade ports, baby. And the ship needs to get up. They need to rebuild ASAP. Aves jumping in here, trying to snipe some of these cap ships. More Illuminators coming out here from Math, which I mean makes sense as Aves fed like crazy. Just mostly targeting down this Marauder, but also, yeah, they need to all be targeting down this Marauder. Or just one cap ship at a time. Lots of them going on the Egg, however. Some on the Devastator. You need to pull back, link up with a Gauss. What is Koi up to? Koi needs to be pushing right now. Avis's main fleet is nowhere to be seen. And Koi is what? Koi's coming to reinforce Davey. So we're going to have a big 2v2 showdown right in the middle here, folks. So these Gauss ships sitting by, just hammering on these cruisers while everyone else is kind of here. Massive light frigate swarm, which we don't really see very often, coming after all of these missile ships. Just cleaning them up. Very, very good tactics here by Aves.
You've made a wise acquisition.
What are all these Gauss ships targeting? Okay, all these Gauss ships just pumping rounds into this level 5 evacuator. Wow, this is I really like this play. Just having this really big swarm of cheap light frigates completely wiping out your enemy's anti-capital, while your Illuminators also hop on it. It's very nice. Just ignoring these heavy cruisers in the first place. These heavy cruisers are meant to soak up a lot of damage, but they don't really do a lot of damage themselves compared to ships like the Assailant. So if you can just ignore the heavy cruisers, get around the back, destroy all of their DPS ships, then the tanks essentially can be cleaned up right after. All the Gauss ships being cleaned up, but on the other hand, all of the anti-capital here from Davey has also been destroyed, while all these Illuminators still exist. And in the anti-heavy cruiser versus heavy cruiser fight, you can guess who wins. It's in the name. Yeah. Math moving into his static defenses here, which is going to do even better against this heavy cruiser fleet comp. Illuminators rotating on target. More and more light frigates just going down to this cobalt swarm. A Khan coming in here, doing a bunch of crazy shit, making sure that all of these light frigates are keeping firing, but it's gonna go down here probably. Yeah, all these Illuminators taking heavy damage. It seems that the defense are in heavy cruiser swarm. Oh, well, probably would be the 2 capital ships just absolutely hammering on top of them. Whoop. I can just ignore that.
An allied capital ship has been destroyed.
Yep. Yeah. Oh my god. Excuse me. Koi jumping in right on top of Aves. Just completely out in the open. What? Okay, excuse me?
Desecrators assault our world.
What the fuck is this? Yeah, Aves just does not know what's, Matt doesn't know what's, going on, as Koi's big capital super fleet has jumped in and is wiping out all of these light frigates. Just look at them explode. Yep, this 2v2 brawl is a little late to the party. Koi's a little late to the party, but he's here nonetheless. Oi, oi.
Time to bid. Place them on.
I didn't have less fleet. Yeah, Avis didn't really have less fleet, but his fleet comp was very bad compared to Davies. The quality of the fleet is what mattered here. Yeah, he just outfleeted me in minutes. That's what Vasari does, baby. I mean, look at the income. 43, 11 to 24, with Davy at 26, 21, and 13. 26 credits for a Vasari. 26! I mean, this progenitor is just going down here. How does he have 26 credit? Oh, artifact, great. Oh, it's intercultural exchange plus a bunch of plus economic advisors and a bunch of other stuff going on. Yeah, this is not going well for that mothership. It's completely blown to smithereens. The rest of the little Illuminator fleet just GG, and that is game number 2 of our grand finals. 2 DDK. That's the next are enough for today. Yeah, and we're going to be going on to game number 3 for our next game of our grand finals. Right, well, we'll see if this match doesn't have anything else interesting really in it.
Planet item online.
Yeah. Well, that's game number 2 of our grand finals. 2 DDK beating out on beating out on high stakes versus SOMA. We'll see y'all in game number 3.